Yeah, I guess it's considered cost-free to blame the Russians, but on the surface, and the headlines are going to say, Mueller finds, complete, Russian infiltration of our elections. It's going to be Russiagate on steroids. This is sort of his parting shot. But if you listen to the substance of what he says, and we have a little clip here we're going to play, every single thing he says is qualified, and every single thing he talks about, he did not investigate. So let's cut to the video if we can. Let's listen to this short clip.
Let me begin where the appointment order begins, and that is interference in the 2016 presidential election. As alleged by the grand jury in an indictment, Russian intelligence officers who were part of the Russian military launched a concerted attack on our political system. The indictment alleges that they used sophisticated cyber techniques to hack into computers and networks used by the Clinton campaign. They stole private information and then released that information through fake online identities and through the organization WikiLeaks. The releases were designed and timed to interfere with our election and to damage a presidential candidate. And at the same time, as the grand jury alleged in a separate indictment, a private Russian entity engaged in a social media operation where Russian citizens posed as Americans in order to influence an election. These indictments contain allegations, and we are not commenting on the guilt or the innocence of any specific defendant. Every defendant is presumed innocent
so there you have
unless
it,
and until proven
multiple
guilty.
Systemic efforts to interfere in our election, and that allegation deserves the attention of every American. Allegation. It's all based on grand jury allegations, had nothing to do with the Mueller investigation. And he points out at the very end, after grabbing the headlines, well, these are people that are still innocent until proven guilty.
Right. And I think the big thing here will be for the president to respond, and we can imagine what he'll say because there's no evidence that he committed a crime. But it was interesting how Mueller handled this. He didn't say that he didn't commit a crime, but he said if he had committed a crime, we weren't allowed to prosecute him or indict him. He says that's not permissible. But at the same sense, by mentioning that he didn't say that he did not commit a crime, which is sort of an impossible thing to say, that, somebody did not do something, you end up with this predicament of proving a negative.